Kent opened up their NatWest T20 Blast campaign with an awesome batting display to send Somerset to their second successive home defeat, losing this game by 42 runs in Taunton. The match was reduced to 13 overs per side because of rain, and how the Spitfires made the most of those after they were put in by Marcus Trescothick, with Rob Key and Daniel Bell-Drummond making a stunning start to the innings. Instead of water, it was now sixes that were raining down as early as the third over, as these two batsmen played some incredible shots on what was a fantastic surface for this competition. 22 runs were hit off the third over, while 16 came off both numbers 5 and 6, as this pair struck a whole number of quality shots to race the score up to 79 without loss after only 6 overs, 4 of which had been used as power plays. It was wonderfully entertaining cricket from Key and his young opening partner. Key had played the flick off his stumps brilliantly, and he was unlucky to be given out LBW to Craig Overton to the second ball of the 7th over, the ball hitting him on his pad outside the line of his off stump. Still, he had to go for a mesmerising 46, which had used up only 22 balls. The good news for the Spitfires was that now brought in the big hitting Darren Stevens, and the incredible run rate didn't slow down at all when he came to the crease. He hit his first 2 balls for 4 and then never looked back. Indeed, there were more maximums from both Stevens and Bell-Drummond. One Max Waller over was smashed for 20 runs, while another from George Dockrell went for 14, as the scoreboard read a rather remarkable 128 for 1 after just 9 overs. A team will get to 320 at this ground one day before too long on this evidence. Bell-Drummond's previous best score in this format was 31, but here he raced to a 50 off only 25 deliveries and continued to find the boundary afterwards. The normally inexpensive Alphonso Thomas saw his first 2 overs go for 37 runs, as the Spitfires posted a score of 157 for 1 with 2 overs still to go. Stevens had struck a second 6 in that, as he moved on to 47 off just 20 deliveries. It was simply a wonderful exhibition of clean hitting from the Spitfires' top 3, who all scored at around 2 runs per ball. A total of around 190 off just 13 overs was possible, but as it turned out, just 7 runs came off the last 2 overs. Bell-Drummond drove Dirk Nannes out to Dockrell after making 59 off 30, an innings including 8 4s and 2 6s. Before Stevens clubbed Nannes out to Waller to go 3 short of his 50. In spite of the mayhem out there, Nannes went for only 15 runs from his 3 overs. The next best went for 41. Thomas's final over cost only 4 runs and included the run out of Sam Northeast, who didn't make a single run off his 4 deliveries. While Sam Billings was caught by Thomas off his own bowling to the last delivery of what was a stupendous innings, it ended with Kent making an incredible 164 for 5 from 13 overs at a run rate of 12.6 per over. Chasing that down was never going to be easy, even for a side like Somerset, which includes so many clean hitters of a cricket ball. After they started their reply with only 3 runs off Stevens' opening over, Craig Keyswetter hit 3 4s off the next, bowled by Mitch Claydon. Stevens then got rid of Trescothick, courtesy of a fine catch in the deep by Adam Ball. The Somerset skipper was gone for 3 to the first ball of the third over, with 18 runs on the board. Peter Trigo came and went quickly, striking this boundary and 2 others from the 5 balls he faced before he was bowled by Doug Bollinger. Keyswetter then drove the last ball of the 4 overs of power play to the fence to take the total to 37 for 2. The Spitfires had made 47 without loss in their power play. Stevens was again having quite a game, and his pointed finger here was at Bell-Drummond, who took an unbelievable catch on the boundary's edge to remove Alvaro Peterson for 2. Stevens' 3 overs brought him 2 wickets at a cost of only 14 runs. And thanks to him, Somerset now needed a miracle to win this game from here. Keyswetter kept going, and now joined by James Hildreth, the boundaries were found on a number of occasions, just not enough times as far as the home side were concerned. Crucially, the Kent attack ensured that neither of these batsmen could clear the boundary, and because of that the rate required just kept on increasing, even though some good runs were coming off each over bowled. 90 were wanted off the last 5 overs at 3 runs per ball. Whereas Kent hit 6 maximums in their innings, this one off the bat of Hildreth was the only one scored by Somerset. Kieswetter was out for 40 at the start of over number 11. Stevens involved again with a catch, and that was that. Although Hildreth did complete his 10th 50 in this form of the game, this one coming off just 26 balls with 5 fours and 1 6. Sadly for his team, he was simply given too much to do. Craig Overton was out in the last over, Ball taking the catch as Bollinger finished with figures of 3 for 36 from his 3 overs. Somerset in the end fell well short of their target, ending on 122 for 5. That gave the Spitfires a win by 42 runs to start their T20 season in excellent style. Their win from their first game already puts them into 3rd place in the South Division, while a second successive defeat after opening up their campaign with a win against Gloucestershire sends Somerset into the bottom 3. They miss the next round of games too, while Kent take on Gloucestershire at home next Friday.